Hey guys, Lauren Doyle here. I am the Pavlok Habits Mentor and Coach. And so I thought I would give you a little video in conjunction with the write-up on how to use Pavlok specifically to go NOFAP. So the first thing that we need to address is porn. So one thing I want to explain that when you're using Pavlok for this, the key, it's a little bit different than with other habits, because with other habits, you want to make sure that you are zapping yourself when you're actually doing the habit as well. So say, for example, you were snacking, or you were biting your nails, or you were picking your skin, or pulling your hair, or smoking, anything like that, then zapping while you're doing it in conjunction with the triggers would be the way to do it. The issue with porn and masturbation is that you can associate the zap then with pleasure. So if you end up doing it while you're experiencing something pleasurable, you can start to associate the zap with a pleasure feeling instead of an unpleasant feeling. So we want to avoid that happening. We want to make sure that the zap stays something that you don't like and is uncomfortable. So in order to use it for this, we have to address a few things. First, become aware of what your triggers are. And the easiest way to do that is when you notice that you have that urge or desire for watching porn. So porn itself specifically is like every other habit, and then it's a zone out. So it's a zone out period. It's a numbing period for you to experience that numb out. Masturbation can actually be something similar, where it's an avoidance. So if you're trying to avoid something that you need to do, then it can be an avoidance habit. So it's important to keep note of that just for yourself. So when you're keeping track of your triggers, you might notice that those things are present. So one, keep track of your triggers. If you can, journal those, write them down, and you'll start to notice some patterns in that. Now, as far as using your Pavlok, the key is, one, you want to make your zap uncomfortable enough that you don't want to keep doing it. So you don't want to make your zap so high that when you zap yourself, you become averse to the Pavlok itself. You want to start it out with a little bit lower setting so that it's uncomfortable, and then make it so that it continues to be uncomfortable. So a lot of times people start it out with a lower setting and it's uncomfortable, but then they kind of get used to that, and you may need to up your setting for that. Another way you can do it is have it zap multiple times. So you press it and you get 2 zaps in a row, for example, or 3, up to 5 times in a row. So then that can help make it uncomfortable for you as well. So make sure that you use that zap at the point of your triggers. Now, here's the other piece. It's really, really important. You don't want to then just be bored or sit around when you experience your trigger and you zap. You want to be able to replace that period of time. So you're going to become super present from that shock. Replace that period of time with something that is a physical activity. So a lot of one of the things that I recommend to clients who are having this issue as well, or want to, do this for their own personal betterment or what else, is I tell them to do something physical. So say, for example, you have that trigger, your go-to is going to be watching porn or masturbation. Then what you want to do is do some push-ups. So zap yourself. So keep zapping yourself with that trigger, and then do something different. Do some push-ups, go for a walk, do some jumping jacks, go do a workout, get in your car and drive around. A lot of times place too can be a trigger. So if there's a certain place that you always go to, that you end up watching porn, for example, then, zap yourself in that place so that it becomes a place that has a negative association for you. Do something different, change your location, do something physical after you zap for those triggers. And it's important that you add that added element to it, because that's going to take you at least out of that mindset. So it's going to help you. Just something else just to point out, these first few times that this happens is going to be hard. It's going to be hard. But I can tell you that your time frame for you to really become NOFAP is significantly shortened than if you were to just try and do this from willpower alone. So the first few times that you do this are going to be very difficult, but then as you do this and stay consistent with it, then it's going to get easier and easier and easier, because we're basically like speeding up the process of rewiring your brain and association. So that's the first part of it. We'll just keep it simple today, and I'll make a few other videos for you to help you through this process. But I wanted to point out as well that if you have been through this process before and actually got to the point of NOFAP, and then had like a relapse, you would do the same thing. So you would treat that as soon as you get that desire, it's the trigger. Those are the times, that's the time when you want to put that zap into place and reassociate yourself. So I hope that helps you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments or send me a direct message. I'll help you in any way I can. Until next time, bye.